individual has not informed me what happened. Okay. So let me check. Ke dia dah hantar? For those who have submitted earlier, okay, so satu group belum hantar lah. For those who have submitted earlier, thank you so much. You have done a good job. I've seen some of the videos, okay, explaining about the requirement specification ni. Cuma I don't plan to do the Q&A today, okay, since tak semua orang hantar lagi. So I just want to proceed with the with the next process ataupun next stage, which is ideation. So what is ideation? Okay. Just to remind you about the timeline, we still have like 5 more meetings to go before we end this semester. Kan, so ni R&D yang dah hantar, thank you so much. Okay, so ada satu lead submission, satu lagi belum hantar, tapi dia ada inform lah, right? So we're supposed to go to the next stage, which is ideation, where you put your idea, okay, with reference to requirements that you have studied into something that can be documented lah, okay. Tu maksud ideation ni not just you think about the idea, you have to documentkan benda tu, so it has to be put into something that can be seen, okay. Nanti kita tengok. Right? So what is ideation? Ideation is actually the process where you generate ideas and solution through sessions such as sketching, prototyping, brainstorming, brainwriting. There's this method called worst possible idea, and there's so many other techniques and methods lah. Okay. So ideation is a very, very important stage. So basically, since you dah understand, you dah ada macam basic foundation of what need to be included dalam project you. So you can start from there to think of ideas. Okay, think of ideas lah. Meaning to say, all the decision that you made, what we call as creative decision dalam you punya proses ni, creative decision, whether you want to design it in such a way, guna tema ni, guna such layout, semua kena ada justification. Okay, semua kena justify. Then you cannot simply just like, I simply just want to use this color theme. Why? Kenapa? Padahal corporate color company ni different. So you need to justify why. Because you dah buat user requirement studies. Okay. Meaning to say whatever that you have decided to use dalam project you must be justified. Okay. So all the creative decisions that you have to make dalam stage ni must be justified. Okay. So there are ways lah for you, there are many ways for you to actually visualize you punya idea tu. Okay. Of course you start with brainstorming lah, brainstorming. But you tak boleh macam brainstorm without any, kata apa, any foundation lah to start off. So you dah buat URS, you dah buat user requirement or requirement analysis tu. So from there, you start extend into something that is, kata apa, feasible for your project lah. Let's say for example, projek siapa satu projek. Can you hear me? I hope I'm connected. Nanti dia mesti show sendiri pula cakap. I'm connected, right? Okay, I may cakap yes. Okay, let's take for example, okay, this one yang buat game tembak-tembak ni kan. Okay. This one to help for e-learning, e-learning punya tool sebenarnya. Okay. So let's see what they have find out from the punya requirement specification ni. Okay, basically they have their gameplay. Okay, gameplay dia macam mana, apa targets dia, how scoring, how they do the scoring and everything, how do the level progression, apa semua dah ada dalam requirement analysis ni kan. In fact, the game elements, the features semua dah ada. So this come from requirement analysis. perhaps from interview with experts ataupun potential user of this game. Kanak-kanak yang ada masalah spelling if I'm not mistaken, kan? So these are the requirements that you have gathered lah, okay, from the study. So basically from here, how can you put it into something yang lebih presentable, okay, dalam game tu, okay. Let's say from the requirement tu memang dia nak karakter yang approachable lah, yang kids suka. Yang orang kata apa, lovable, yang budak-budak suka macam cats, macam ni, macam fish kan, benda yang dia orang boleh recognize, right? Okay. So how do you develop this from the requirement into idea? Okay, so perhaps the cat supposed to look something like, I don't know, Siamese cat ke, ataupun cat yang macam-macam jenis cat ada kan. So that's what I mean by how you develop from requirement into idea lah. Okay. Now the environment pula. So this is from the requirement. So how do you decide which environment is sesuai lah? So you have your idea to extend this from the requirement. Okay. Alright. So this is the game flow. Game flow. Okay. So this is basically the navigation ataupun the flow of the game. So from here you boleh start develop idea of scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4 lah storyboard you lah. Kan? From the game flow ni. So this is one example. So for ideation, dia punya deliverables dia can be in various form. Ada banyak. So janganlah stuck pada satu bentuk je. Bila sebut storyboard, storyboard je semua orang. Tak semestinya. Okay, tak semestinya. In fact dalam OL ni, apa yang saya apa yang saya share dalam ni sebenarnya daripada lecturer sebelum ni. Okay, so she compile some of the samples of storyboard kat sini daripada senior you lah. And also this one example of flowchart template. Okay, flowchart template guna miro.com ni. So that's this one. And for your information, there are a lot of tools out there, online punya tools that you can use for free. Some you can use for free, some are limited lah. So you ambil basic plan dia je. To help you create deliverables for ideation process ni. Okay, like flowchart. So you can have very professional look punya flowchart. Kau buat sendiri dengan arrow sengitnya, dengan kotak tak sama besarnya kan, kalau you buat sendiri dalam Word. So please use all these tools. There are a lot. I cannot give you the list sebab banyak sangat. So you boleh try. Even Canva pun boleh. Okay, ada macam-macam lagi lah. So you can try and find whichever tools that you find easy for you to use. So please use it. By all means, please use it. Okay. You will not be penalized for using all these tools. Okay. It will only make your deliverable atau you punya output to looks more presentable. So flowchart ni basically game. In my opinion, flowchart is suitable for project yang ada navigation. Yang ada flow lah, basically ada flow. Semua ada flow, tapi some of the project ni, contohnya macam documentary, contohnya macam animation, dia memang ada flow from scene to scene, but it is actually in linear sequence, kan, linear. So you can actually navigate through the scene tu unless you are doing interactive video. Okay. So yang tu lain, yang tu better buat storyboard sahaja. So flowchart ni kalau you ada sistem, especially when you involve multiple users ke, for admin, for user 1, user 2, so maybe flowchart dia berbeza. So that one will need flowchart to show your idea how user can actually use the system. Okay. So system, maybe apps, maybe website, courseware, maybe suitable to use flowchart ni. Okay. Now, for those yang buat macam creative multimedia punya project, contohnya macam documentary kan, ataupun animation, perhaps you want to start with storytelling dulu ke? Okay, storytelling. Storytelling is actually, what is storytelling? Itu dalam ideation juga. Okay. You can start with a digital storytelling model. Digital storytelling. So what is digital storytelling? Okay, basically dia ada punya formula dia lah. Dia ada intro dia, so dia ada dia punya climax dia ada dia punya outro dia kan. And kat mana macam orang kata dia punya hit dia lah. Supaya cerita you tu tak mendatar, tak bosan and orang akan engage sampai ending. Okay, so you need to find out apa teknik storytelling yang you nak sampaikan. Especially those yang nak buat animation for PSA, okay, public service announcements, to actually create awareness ke, educate ke. Yang tu kena buat something yang sangat-sangat engaging. Or else people won't watch till the end. Ataupun mungkin tengok sekali je, they won't like apa ni, prefer to watch it again and again. Okay. So you cuba study, tengok mana-mana video yang viral, yang orang nak tengok banyak-banyak kali. Apa elemen dalam tu yang ada. Kan? Okay. So that storytelling. Sometimes it can be simple je, but ada banyak feature dalam digital storytelling ni yang buat orang hook. Buat orang terpaut, tersangkut atau engage nak tengok. Okay. Adakah disebabkan dia punya content dia ataupun karakter dia, okay, ataupun perhaps dia punya props ke, ataupun mungkin juga in terms of originality of the idea. Orang tak pernah tengok lagi that kind of style ke, that kind of character ke. So those are things that will kata supplement lah you punya storytelling ni. Okay. So storytelling is important. Once you dah ada storyline yang bagus, barulah you boleh buat scene. Scene. Okay, buat storyboard. So here, if you can see, from here ada few example, ada 5 lebih kurang. Okay, let's have a look. Lambat pula. Okay, ni for those yang nak buat projek yang berkaitan dengan AR kot, augmented reality. Sekejap, tak keluar lagi. Don't worry, I record hari ni punya ni so that we can go through and to apa ni, which part yang you rasa you masih tak faham lah. Okay. Now, one more thing is that for those yang buat storyboard, sebenarnya you boleh buat macam-macam deliverable for ideation ni. Don't only stuck yourself to storyboard sahaja. Jangan. You boleh buat storytelling dulu. Storytelling tu macam dia punya script ke. Lepas tu mungkin for those yang buat system application boleh buat flowchart dulu. Okay, lepas tu baru buat storyboard. So you can give me several kata outcome lah for ideation process. Okay. Now, some of the deliverables ataupun orang kata apa outcome yang you buat from ideation process ni can also be considered as low fidelity prototype. Okay. Contoh macam storyboard. Storyboard is actually one of the type of prototype sebenarnya, but dia kategori low fidelity. Sebab storyboard ni dia paper based, mostly paper based, and there's no live interaction selalunya storyboard ni kan. Okay, but it can be considered as prototype juga because you can actually visualize lah dia punya end product tu macam mana. Okay, dia low fidelity because fidelity ni is actually referring to sama ada you nak tengok dia punya fidelity in terms of dia punya interaction ke atau in terms of dia punya content. So storyboard is still at low punya level because interaction pun tak ada. Content pun masih lagi rough sketches. So that's why dia low fidelity. Okay. Right. So storyboard for AR punya apps ni, tunjuk dah kat sini. Okay. So dia ada explanation dia. Dia ada dia punya bukan sketches ni, dia dah buat siap-siap dalam dalam software tu kan. Nak tengok colour scheme dah ada. Okay, dari segi penggunaan font, layout, spacing semua dah nampak kat sini. Okay. So ni contoh lah, kita letak colour palette dia. Okay, satu lagi dipanggil apa? Maybe you have heard about this before. Mood board kan, mood board. Yeah. Okay, mood board ni pun bagus juga dalam ideation. Contoh mood board Mungkin pernah buat kot mood board ni. Share. Sekejap. Contoh mood board. You nak tengok colour scheme dia ataupun apa elemen yang dia nak masukkan. So you put it inside something. Dia macam konsep scrapbook. You letak je apa you rasa macam boleh masuk je tema dia. That is mood board. So let's say you punya apps tu something about food kan. So apa dia punya mood dia. Perhaps the colour should be something yang appetizing, yang menyelerakan. Okay, so elemen-elemen dia should be something yang should you put like real photo ataupun vector. So you masukkan dalam mood board you. So ni pun akan bantu ideation process yang bagus lah. Okay. So basically dia macam apa kata? A collection of ideas yang you letakkan. Nak tengok sama ada they can fit in atau tidak. Mood board. That's why I said ada banyak cara sebenarnya untuk you nak visualizekan idea tu. So don't start yourself with storyboard saja. Lepas tu bila you rasa macam tak sesuai nak kena buat storyboard, mulalah you pening tak buat. Memang ada banyak cara lain. Okay, ada banyak lagi cara lain nak tunjukkan how you buat ideation process tu. Okay, back to here. Ni kan. Ini pun dia pakai software ni, dia pakai Adobe SD. Okay. So dia boleh design lah, lebih kemas macam ni. Right. Kita tengok, let's have a look at the second example here. Any questions so far? So the second example buat pasal system. Okay, this is support system. Behavior change support system. So it's a system actually, but it's mobile based. Okay. So dalam ni ada few functions lah. Okay. What is it called? Anti-sedentary. Okay. So dia nak basically apps ni nak tolong bagi reminder supaya those yang especially those yang dia punya nature of work dia banyak duduk kan, sedentary, dia duduk je, so it's not good, right? So macam you pakai smartwatch pun ada reminder, it's time to stand up, it's time to do something exercise, supaya you tak macam duduk keadaan yang sama for too long. It's not good for your body kan. Mungkin your joints might apa, experience some pain lah kalau you asyik duduk saja kan. So you kena exercise supaya your blood circulation becomes okay again. So ni dia punya how dia come out dengan dia punya orang kata apa idea lah. Okay, so dia ada explanation here, right? So basically dalam this is called storyboard juga, ada buat storyboard juga. You kena ada explanation. You cannot just put your layout saja without explanation because it's a low fidelity menurut type kan. So people still need some explanation. Okay. At least kalau ada orang lain nak cuba buat juga apps ni themselves, they can actually refer here and do it without actually referring to orang yang create storyboard ni because ada explanation yang sangat comprehensive kat sini kan. Okay. Sini storyboard. Okay, one more thing I just want to remind you. At this stage, you will have plenty of idea. Banyak idea. Idea you semua memang dahsyat-dahsyat lah. Because you've been looking at examples kan. You dah buat user requirement, you dah buat comparison of existing apps apa semua. So you would like to imitate some of the apps. It's okay. But then again, come FYP 2 nanti next semester, you have to make sure that you work hard during the semester break ke to make sure that you can actually kata realize you punya idea tu. Make it into reality lah. Okay. Jangan you propose dahsyat-dahsyat dalam storyboard tiba-tiba tak boleh buat. Okay. Semua ni doable sebenarnya tapi you kena find ways and also you must study tutorial ke apa ke so that you can do whatever that you have proposed in storyboard. Or else it will be like masa present final nanti sebenarnya semua dah siap doktor kecuali part yang paling penting saja dia tak siap. Selalu macam tu. Saya dah banyak kali dah tengok final presentation. Contohnya nak buat sistem untuk apa entah. Contohlah kata sistem untuk apa alamak tak boleh ingat pula. Okay, sistem tu untuk booking. Booking bilik kot. Booking bilik kat MMTC. Semua boleh buat. Semua boleh check bilik kat mana, lokasi kat mana, siapa ni. Tapi tak boleh booking. Booking tak nak masuk database. Itu benda yang paling penting. Itu main purpose of that application. Tapi dia tak boleh buat part tu. So, memang sangat affect markah lah. Dia akan affect markah you sangat-sangat. So that's why I said whatever that you propose, make sure during the semester break before FYP2 start, you dah work hard to understand you punya tools tu, how you can actually develop benda tu. Okay? Right. So I'm not like macam kata apa? Menakut-nakutkan you sampai you tak nak fikir something yang orang kata apa out of the box ke, something yang advance. Tapi you kena make sure you boleh deliver lah benda tu. You kena make sure you boleh deliver. Right? Contoh macam ni, bila tengok ni macam complicated kan. Wah, nampak cantik je dalam storyboard. But can you actually do this? So you have to, if you want to propose this, memang benda ni penting pun untuk apps you. You kena make sure you boleh buat. So you kena study lah tools use. Whatever platform that you choose to use untuk buat apps ni, you kena study. Alright, tengok tutorials and whatnot. Okay, contoh kedua So far semua apps ya contoh ni. So far, any question before I proceed? Okay, this one about game. Let's see if there's any different. So this one do a game, dia buat game description, gamification description. So there's also this thing called, what they call it, tak ingat ada punya term dia. But it looks something like this. Dia ada dia punya description. Dia kurang visual tapi dia banyak description, explanation. Untuk table macam ni kan. So macam ni pun boleh juga. Okay. So what are the features, what are the goal of the game, apa gameplay dia, apa levels dia. Okay. And then baru ada dia punya visuals lah. Pun boleh. Right. Game ni pun satu juga. You have plenty of idea at this stage. Okay. But then bila you buat, ada part yang tak jadi, so you give up. You biar je macam tu. So you present part yang tak jadi tu juga. So tak boleh lah macam tu FYP, kalau boleh part yang penting dalam game tu kena bagi jadilah. Or else, we will question you. Macam mana you buat user evaluation? Kalau part yang patutnya main function of the apps tak jadi, tapi you buat user evaluation. So that's why I say it will affect a lot of you punya markah. Markah user evaluation pun akan affect. Markah you punya end product pun akan affect of course. Okay. So make sure whatever that you propose kat level ideation ni, something that you can deliver lah in the end product. Okay. So I hope what you get from my explanation hari ni ialah, for ideation, do not like limit yourself atau be too rigid lah. Only limit yourself to storyboard saja. No, not necessarily storyboard. There are many ways for you to actually visualize you punya idea tu. Okay, I just show you some storyboard, some flow chart, some mood board. Okay, there are also many other ways juga. You boleh buat scripting for those yang buat macam documentary atau animation. Okay, to show some storytelling. Okay, so I will compile for you some of the examples yang not only storyboard here. So you please check again your OL nantilah. Okay, so I will share with you. So basically this is week 10 kan. So you have like 5 more weeks. Basically ideation process ni is like the last stage for FYP1 kan. If you don't notice lah. It's the last stage for FYP1 because FYP1 only require you to complete at least sampai level low or medium fidelity. Okay. So basically if you have you punya storyboard ataupun you punya script ke ataupun you punya flowchart ke, that is the low fidelity one. And then we have one presentation kan that you need to present or defend you punya work tu. And then you get comments and then you have to refine it into something yang lebih improve lah. That is what you get medium fidelity lah. Bila benda tu dah improve, dia akan jadi medium fidelity. Okay. So basically ideation ni is the last stage for FYP1. So you will continue nanti dalam FYP2 sepatutnya prototyping, tapi I highly recommend ataupun advise you to start prototyping before FYP2 kalau tak sempat. So maknanya buat betul-betul ideation ni and prototyping dalam FYP 1 atau masa semester break. So when you come back for FYP 2, you dah ready you punya prototype for user evaluation. Okay, user evaluation. So masa user evaluation, you don't assume macam tak payah nak buat apa-apa dah kat prototype tu sebab dah siap. Tak. You akan ada banyak peringkat user evaluation FYP tu kan. Meaning every round of evaluation you kena improvekan balik prototype tu. So imagine kalau you tak ada lagi prototype, baru nak buat prototype, nak buat user evaluation, nak refine lagi prototype tu, so banyak kerja. So it's good that you ready with prototype dulu before you start FYP 2. Okay? Alright, so I open for any question lah kau nak tanya. So insyaAllah kalau dah clear yang ni, and then I will give you some examples lagi nanti. Kita boleh buat the Q&A for requirement nanti perhaps next week ke? Okay, next week. Just for kata apa? Kata apa, since rubric tu memang ada untuk you nak kena present and jawab soalan. So I kena buat jugalah. So that will happen next week lah kot. Okay? So I will give you more enough time lah untuk you buat ideation ni. Mungkin 3 minggu. So this is week 10, 11, 12. By week 13 you akan present you punya low fidelity. Okay, and then you have 1 more week to refine it and send me the improved prototype before the semester end. Okay? Alright. Okay, any question? Senyap je. No question. You faham sangat ke ataupun you tak boleh nak fikir lagi? Apa benda nak kena buat sebenarnya? I will go through you punya requirement analysis punya pre-recorded presentation tu. Okay. And then I will do the Q&A next week kan. So perhaps from the Q&A you get some more idea lah. Okay, what need to be improved from requirement. Because the requirement to help you to start do the ideation process tu untuk fikirkan idea. Kan. So don't go for idea, don't think of idea yang bertentangan ataupun yang against you punya requirement tau. Like I said, requirement should be the foundation. From there you start to extend into idea. Jangan requirement user nak macam ni, tiba-tiba you nak buat something else pula. You sebenarnya developer ataupun designer, you kena follow requirement client tu. You boleh improve ataupun enhancekan dia but with approval lah. Kena ada mutual agreement. Okay. Alright, I think that's all that I want to explain about this ideation process. I already record this one and I will share it later lah. Okay, dalam OL nanti. Okay, I will ask one more time. Is there any question that you want to ask? So get ready for Q&A of requirement analysis next week. Okay. But at the same time, please get ready ataupun please also start with your ideation process. Okay, so you and your team member, your partner tu start to look at your requirement and see how you can extend from there lah. Okay. Biar cakap clear. Right. Okay, tak apa. Okay, sekarang saya nak share QR code for those yang tak sempat scan lagi tu. Okay. Okay, this one. Okay. So please scan the QR code. Right, semua dah scan ke? Oh, and one more thing. How how is your meeting with your supervisor? Did you meet your supervisor or not? How frequent did you meet your supervisor? Haikal. Haikal tak ada pun? Oh ni Haikal. Afiq Haikal. Syamir Ahmad, are you here? Amy and Hendrik. Okay, Haikal saya dah add dah. So about your meeting with your supervisor tu, how frequent is your meeting with your supervisor? Did you get to meet him or her ataupun they are too busy ke apa ke? Please let me know that I can talk to them. Okay. It's good that you constantly have discussion lah with your supervisor ni to check whether your idea okay ke tidak. Okay, whether whatever that you interpret from user requirement tu betul ke tidak. Okay, so you must have discussion with supervisor. Okay, so Syamir, Amy, and Henrik not here. Okay, I guess they are absent lah kot. Okay, so like I said just now, you need to have apa kata apa? Consistent meeting with your supervisor. Do not like meet them for the sake of nak dapatkan 7 kali meeting, 8 kali meeting punya record tu. But do have meeting with them to actually verify your idea, verify whether what you understand is correct or not. Okay? So jangan dah hujung-hujung semester baru nak jumpa and present everything all at one shot. Lepas tu banyak salah suka betulkan, mulalah you start macam rasa demotivated. So every single progress atau every little progress that you have made, make sure you consult with your supervisor. Okay? Alright, so I guess that's all I have for today. So please use this time to, sekarang ni supervisor semua tengah main bowling kot. Sekarang ada bowling tournament untuk semua staff MMTC. I'm not joining because I have other things to do. But I guess most of them are in the bowling center right now. So perhaps you can set appointment lah, other date to meet your supervisor to have discussion. Okay, so I guess that's all. If there's no question, if you do have question about the PK, please ask me through WhatsApp. You can just DM me, right? Okay, so that's all. Have a good day. Take care. Bye everyone, and all the best for your project. You're welcome.